Hi friends, welcome to Whisper and Learn channel, where you practice English and learn important life lessons. Every video has a story to help you improve your listening skills. These stories are simple, clear, and perfect for beginners. Learning English doesn't have to be hard. With stories, it's fun and easy. Are you ready to listen, learn, and grow? Let's start the story together now.
It was a cold and rainy morning. The sky was dark, and heavy rain poured down on the small town. People hurried along the streets with umbrellas and raincoats. Some walked quickly to avoid getting wet. Others stood under shop roofs, waiting for the rain to stop. Anna, a young woman, was on her way to work. She worked as a nurse at the town hospital. Her shift started early in the morning. She held a small umbrella and wore a thick coat. The rain was heavy, and water splashed onto her shoes as she walked. She felt cold, but kept moving. As Anna walked past the park, she noticed something. A man was sitting on a bench under a tree. He had no umbrella or coat. He looked soaked and shivered in the cold. His clothes were old and his shoes had holes. He held a small bag which looked empty. Anna stopped and stared for a moment. Many people passed the man without looking at him. She thought, should I help him? What if I'm late for work? She hesitated. Then she remembered her mother always told her, if you can help someone, do it. Kindness always matters. Anna walked toward the man. "Hello," she said softly. The man looked up. His face was pale and his hands were trembling. His lips were slightly blue from the cold. "Are you okay?" she asked. The man shook his head. "No, I'm not," he said in a weak voice. "I haven't eaten since yesterday. I'm very cold." Anna's heart ached. She noticed the man's clothes were soaking wet. His jacket was too thin for the weather, and his hands were bare. She could see his fingers shaking uncontrollably as he tried to clutch the small bag in his lap. The bag looked worn, with holes in the fabric. Anna realized it likely held all of his belongings. "How long have you been here?" Anna asked gently. The man hesitated. "Since last night," he said quietly. "I tried to find shelter, but there was nowhere to go. I've been sleeping on this bench." He lowered his head, ashamed. "I lost my job last month. My landlord asked me to leave when I couldn't pay rent. I have no family nearby. I don't know what to do. Anna felt tears sting her eyes. She had never seen someone in such a desperate situation. The man looked exhausted, as if life had beaten him down. She looked around the park. People were walking by, but no one seemed to notice him. She opened her bag and found a sandwich she had packed for lunch. It wasn't much, but it was all she had. She handed it to the man. "Here, eat this," she said. The man looked at her, surprised. "Are you sure?" he asked. Anna nodded. "Yes, please take it." The man took the sandwich with shaky hands. "Thank you," he said softly. He unwrapped it carefully and took a small bite. His movements were slow, as if he wanted to savor each moment. As he ate, his face softened. He seemed to regain a little strength with every bite. Anna held her umbrella over both of them, shielding him from the rain. She noticed how his breathing seemed to calm as he ate. For a moment, he looked at peace. After a few minutes, Anna asked, "Do you have anywhere to go?" The man shook his head again. "No," he said, his voice breaking. "I've been looking for work, but no one will hire me. I don't have a phone or clean clothes. It's hard to even try." Anna could hear the pain in his voice. She could see the hopelessness in his eyes. The rain continued to fall around them, but she stood still, thinking. She was running late for work, but she couldn't leave him there. He needed help, and she was the only one who had stopped to notice him. "Come with me," she said finally. The man looked surprised but nodded. He stood up slowly, clutching his bag tightly. Together they walked through the rain. Anna felt the cold water soak her shoes, but she didn't care. She was determined to help this man find warmth and hope again. They walked toward a small cafe nearby, where Anna knew it would be warm and dry. She bought him a bowl of hot soup and a cup of tea. The man's face lit up as he ate. Anna watched him and felt happy to see him smile. As he finished his meal, Anna said, "What's your name?" The man looked up. "I'm Tom," he said. "Thank you for helping me." No one has been this kind to me in a long time. Anna smiled. I'm Anna. I'm glad I could help. Everyone needs a little kindness sometimes. Tom nodded. You've given me hope today. Maybe things will get better now. Anna thought for a moment. She had an idea. Wait here, she said. She quickly called the hospital where she worked. She explained the situation to her manager. Her manager was kind and allowed her to come late to her shift. Anna returned to the table. Tom, do you want to work? She asked. Tom's eyes widened with surprise, and for a moment he looked unsure if he had heard her correctly. Yes, of course, he said quickly, his voice trembling with excitement. I'll do anything. I just need a chance. Anna smiled warmly. The hospital needs someone to help with cleaning. It's not much, but it's a start. I can recommend you to my manager. Tom's face lit up with hope, a spark returning to his eyes. Really? You would do that for me? He asked, his voice filled with disbelief. Yes, Anna said firmly. You deserve a chance. Tom's hands trembled as he clasped them together. I don't know how to thank you, he said, his voice cracking with emotion. I've been turned away so many times, I didn't think anyone would help me. Anna reached out and touched his arm gently. Sometimes all it takes is someone believing in you. You can do this, Tom. I'll talk to my manager today. For the first time in weeks, Tom allowed himself to smile. It was small and hesitant, but it carried a deep sense of gratitude. I won't let you down, he promised. I'll work as hard as I can. Anna nodded. I know you will. She then explained what the job would involve. She talked about the cleaning tasks and how the hospital staff were kind and supportive. As she spoke, Tom listened intently, his hope growing with every word. I'll go to the hospital tomorrow, Tom said, his voice now steadier. I'll do my best. That's all anyone can ask, Anna replied, smiling. She reached into her bag and handed him a small notepad and pen. Write down anything you need to prepare for the job. We'll figure it out together. Tom took the notepad and stared at it for a moment. Thank you, he said again, his gratitude clear in his eyes. Not just for the job, but for seeing me as a person. I felt invisible for so long. Anna felt her chest tighten at his words. "You're not invisible, Tom. Everyone deserves kindness and a chance to start again." As they finished their conversation, the rain outside began to lighten. The world seemed a little brighter, and for Tom, it felt like a new beginning. For Anna, it was a reminder of how a small act of kindness could spark hope in someone's life. That night, Tom stayed in a small room at a local shelter. Anna had called ahead and arranged for him to have a safe place to sleep until his first paycheck. The room was modest, with a bed, a blanket, and a small window. For Tom, it felt like a luxury compared to the park bench. He lay down that night feeling a sense of hope he hadn't felt in months. The next day, Tom went to the hospital for an interview. Anna's manager was impressed by his willingness to work. Tom wore a simple but clean shirt Anna had helped him buy with some spare money she insisted he take. He was nervous but determined to make a good impression. His honest answers and clear eagerness convinced Anna's manager to give him a chance. Tom got the job. It wasn't a high-paying position, but it was steady work and gave him a starting point. He could finally earn money to take care of himself and find a proper place to stay. In the following days, Tom began working at the hospital. His duties included cleaning the hallways, organizing supplies, and helping the nurses with small tasks. He was polite and hardworking, always eager to lend a hand. The staff quickly noticed his positive attitude. Even though the work was tiring, Tom was grateful for the opportunity. Each evening he returned to the shelter tired, saving as much money as he could. Anna often checked on him during her breaks. She would bring him a cup of tea or sit with him for a few minutes to ask how he was doing. Tom appreciated her kindness and support. "I wouldn't be here without you," he told her one day. "You gave me a second chance." Months passed. Tom saved enough money to rent a small room. He bought new clothes and started looking healthier. He never forgot Anna's kindness. One day, Tom surprised Anna at the hospital with a small bouquet of flowers. He told her, "You changed my life. Thank you for believing in me." Anna smiled. "You're the one who worked hard to change your life. I just gave you a little push." Years later, Tom had a steady job and a comfortable life. He often thought about the rainy day when Anna had stopped to help him. That small act of kindness had given him the strength to keep going. Inspired by Anna, Tom made it his mission to help others whenever he could, proving that kindness truly has the power to change lives. One evening, Tom was walking home from work. The air was crisp and the streets were quiet. As he passed a bus stop, he noticed a young boy sitting alone on the bench. The boy looked cold and scared, holding a thin jacket tightly around his small frame. His face was pale, and his eyes darted nervously as if unsure what to do. Tom's heart ached as he remembered his own struggles. He walked up to the boy and smiled warmly. "Are you okay?" he asked gently. The boy looked up at Tom, his eyes wide with fear. He shook his head. "No," he said quietly. "I don't know how to get home. I got lost." Tom sat down beside him. "Don't worry," he said. "Let me help you." The boy hesitated but nodded. Tom asked for the boy's address and realized it was a few miles away. He immediately called a cab and waited with the boy until it arrived. During the ride, Tom talked to him, asking about school and his favorite games. The boy started to relax, his nervousness melting away. When they arrived, the boy's mother ran out of the house, tears streaming down her face. "Thank you," she said to Tom, hugging her son tightly. "I was so worried." Tom smiled. "It's no trouble. I'm glad he's safe." As Tom walked away, he felt a deep sense of fulfillment. He knew he had made a difference, just as Anna had for him. He whispered softly, "Thank you, Anna, for teaching me the power of kindness." Tom had learned that even small acts of kindness could create a ripple effect. By helping others, he was passing on the kindness he had received, proving that one good deed could truly create a chain of hope. Helping others, even in small ways, can change lives. Kindness has a ripple effect. It spreads from one person to another, making the world a better place.
Thank you so much for watching today's story. We hope you enjoyed practicing your English with us. Remember, every day is a chance to improve your skills. Keep listening to English stories and learning life lessons. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and turn on the bell so you never miss a new story. We can't wait to see you in the next video. Keep learning, stay positive, and see you soon.